think I can work with this music. Oh man, I just broke my 3-leaf clover. Probably should start over again, but this is a live stream. So here we go. 3-leaf clover. You guys know that it's St. Patrick's Day today. That's a 2-leaf clover now. Hey, we're going to be talking about a little bit of the stories and traditions surrounding the man, the myth, the legend we know as St. Patrick. And we're also going to be doing a little bit of Erskin music. And then we've got a parade of stars that's about to flood this show. Man, this is the Erskin Music Show. You guys know how we do. Keep it real on this show. And so, good morning to everybody out there. Hello, world. Here we go. Once again, let's do it. The Erskin Music Show the right way. All right, we're back for the Erskin Music Show. Hope you guys are super excited about today's efforts. We are going to do some NRB wrap up today, but we're also going to be talking a little bit about St. Patrick. Do you guys know how to separate the man from the myth, from the legend? And as always, I'm, well, St. Patrick's Day at least, wearing green, so I don't need you guys out there trying to punch through the screen and poke me. That'd be terribly disruptive for a live stream show broadcast. Hey, but I wanted to give a couple shouts out before we get to anything today. Let you guys know how much we love you on YouTube. Those of you who are watching, for those of you on Facebook as well as those on Twitter, subscribe to the channel. Do it now. Enable the notification so you don't miss a single episode. All right, the comment section is turned on today. I love when you guys drop comments in the show. I can put those up there. I kind of curate them really quickly. Look down. Oh, is that an appropriate comment? So boom, get it up in the show. And so the snarkier, the better. And actually, the more words, the better. I know some of you guys are keyboard ninjas out there. I didn't, I passed typing and keyboarding and have a master's degree. So I've typed a lot of papers. Just not very fast at typing. Some of you guys are keyboard warriors out there. You're like, that always helps the algorithm. If you guys would jump on in that bad boy and just let it fly, let it rip. So I'm going to jump in really, like, we're front loading our shows now. So if you thought, Erskin with the long countdown, Erskin, shucking and jiving it. Well, we're still going to be doing that. But at the top of the show, man, bang, 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 bang. We're ready to get to it because our time goes so fast on this show. And then when people start commenting, I'm like, oh, I got to get to the comments. So good morning out there. Glad you guys can tune in for your Erskin Music Show. If you're on spring break anywhere in the world, then you're probably a student or a teacher, because real working people don't get spring break. I tell you what. So we got Big Head in the background doing our thing and doing it well this morning. All right, let's jump to it. St. Patrick, what you know about him? What you know about St. Patrick? You don't know nothing about St. Patrick. I mean, he's doing his thing. Here's 2 minutes, and this is in the show notes for today. Gospel Coalition. You will not want to miss this. Let me share that. Yeah, what y'all want to know? St. Patty. Who was the real
On March 17th of each year, it's the season for shamrocks, leprechauns, green beer, pinching people who forget to wear green. It's St. Patrick's Day. That's the day we celebrate the Irish saint who somehow convinced all the snakes in Ireland to pack their bags and move it to England. Except that no snakes ever lived in Ireland in the first place. So,
oh, hang on a second, man. You're breaking news. Dun, 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 dun. Our top story today, St. Patrick is not from Ireland. Okay, continue, please, sir.
Patrick couldn't have sent them anywhere. And Patrick wasn't Irish at all. He was...
Whoa, come on now. You're messing with our minds this morning. Folks, did you guys already know this stuff?
British, and no church has ever officially named Patrick a saint.
Has that changed today? I've got a lot of Catholic friends are out there. Can you guys come on the show and let us know, like, where does the saint come from if he's not recognized as a saint? Help me out, Catholic Church. I think they're actually right.
So St. Patty's Day isn't about an Irish saint with a knack for...
It's about NCAA basketball. The tournament starts. Well, the tournament has already started. Hope you got your sheet of integrity filled out. I don't like you jokers out there trying to just change your brackets. You're like, oh, yeah. No, scratch that out. I already picked that team. I knew they were going to win. None of that funny business on St. Patrick's Day.
For sending snakes to England, what are we celebrating on March 17th? Now, the true story of Patrick begins in the 4th century. He was born about the time that Christianity became the official religion of the Roman Empire.
That's true.
His dad was a deacon. His granddad was a pastor.
I guess that's true.
Patrick had no interest in Christianity.
Now, that's true. And there are some people who are probably watching this today, and they're like, you know what? I have no interest in Christianity. I'm about to turn this thing off. Don't turn it off just yet. We're going to talk about some pretty cool things on this episode. If you've never been exposed to Christianity, hey, St. Patrick's Day, good opportunity for you to do more than just drink beer. Learn about this guy's life.
But when he was 16, everything in his life suddenly changed. Irish pirates were raiding along the western coast of Britain, and they took him as their prisoner.
That's true.
So Patrick ended up as a slave on a ship.
Look at me. I'm on here talking about that's true. Like I'm a St. Patrick's Day or St. Patrick or Patrick expert over here. I'm like, that's true. Nope, that's false. I would know because he told me personally. I mean, I guess that's true.
Ranch in Ireland. His slave master was a Druid priest and a clan chieftain. During those years of slavery, God transformed his heart. Now, after 6 years of slavery, Patrick had a dream that he should try to escape, and he did.
Now, again, you're like, okay, how is he in slavery and he's in Ireland and he's with a Druid priest who's doing all sorts of machinations to Mother Earth and Stonehenge and all these different things that are going on over there, and he gets convicted about Christianity? Well, that's because, going back to the story there, his father, grandfather, and family had been deeply influenced by Christian teaching and Christian thought. And so he had that rallying around in there. It's very similar to my story of salvation. I knew a lot about Jesus. I just didn't want to follow him.
He fled to Britain and he became a monk. And then 20 years after he
Help me, St. Anne, I'll become a monk.
He escaped from Ireland.
That was Martin Luther, by the way.
God called him to go back, proclaim the gospel to his former captors. Now, Patrick knew how the Irish people spoke. He knew how they thought. He knew how they ruled. So he spoke the gospel.
Oh, this is good. This is good. For those of you out here who are doing any type of mission work, for those of you out there, musicianaries, there's a lot of musicianaries who watch the show. I got called out on somebody's Facebook page yesterday. And they're like, hey, I was talking to Erskin back when the pandemic started. He said this. And I was like, I said that. Shoot, man. Oh, you didn't call me out. Yeah. And I apologize, like the soundbite says, I apologize for nothing that I said back then because I still believe it now. In the face of disaster, in the face of chaos, in the face of uncertainty, we're going to err on the side of ministry. Let's go out and reach people for Jesus. But I digress.
First to the chieftains of each clan. And one of the first people to embrace the message of Jesus was Milku, the man who for 6 years had
Milku. Remember that name in history, people. Milku.
Been Patrick's
There will be a test.
Slave master. Now, according to later tradition, he used the three-leafed shamrock to explain the Trinity to the Irish. Just as the shamrock is one single clover with 3 leaves, God is one God with 3 persons.
Come on, that's strong. Holy, holy, holy. Man, God in 3 persons, blessed Trinity. I mean, if he taught that, that is really cool that he came up with that as an analogy. If he didn't teach that, I mean, it's still really cool. It's still a helpful analogy. It's not a perfect analogy, as you well know, but it is a helpful analogy. God in 3 persons, 1 stem, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Read it. It's in the book. Come on.
Now, there's no clear evidence that this really happened, but the Irish did see the shamrock as a sacred symbol, so it's possible. So it seems that Patrick died on March 17th in the year 493. Not Irish, not a snake charmer, never officially named as a saint, but a simple servant of Jesus Christ who shared God's love with the very people who had once enslaved him.
And that's what I want to see you do. Just be who God has called you to be. Luke chapter 17, verse 10. I don't even know. I wish I had the force. I could like conjure up. I've got 13 Bibles on the shelf right there. One fly down into the screen. You guys would think, man, this dude done added some special effects to his show. His show that came up supremely. He added special effects up in this thing. Luke 17:10. After we have done everything that we are commanded, we should only say we are unprofitable servants. We have only done what was commanded. Luke 17:10. That's our devotion today. That's St. Patrick. Woohoo! St. Patrick's Day. We got fireworks, bro. We got fireworks on this show. We don't mess around. It's the Erskin Music Show. All right, St. Patrick's Day stuff ongoing, and you guys are welcome to discuss that. The comment section is turned on. However, I wanted to jump to something else today. As you guys well know, I was at a conference called the NRB. I put some of that information up on the screen so you guys remember that kind of situation last week, and literally a parade of stars literally just walking past me. Boom. And you know, at any Christian conference, there's going to be a Kevin Sorbo. There was a Kevin Sorbo sighting that was there. There was Tony Evans. There was Anthony Evans. There was Priscilla Schreier. The Evans were strong in the house. We saw, what was I with? David Jeremiah was up in the house. Michael Yusuf was up in the house. Me and Michael Yusuf took some pictures together. I should have put those up in the show. Me and Tasha Layden were back to back in some of our musical performances last week. Woo-hoo-hoo! It was a great opportunity to see a lot of folks. But there's some folks maybe that you don't know. I don't know why you don't know them, but maybe this is your first exposure to Erskin music. You're like, I never knew this guy existed. He's got all these videos. That's fine. That's fine. You can. There's still room on the bus, right? So ran into Rebecca Friedlander. Got a wonderful interview with her. Let me know, guys. Do you want to hear from Rebecca Friedlander? Do you want to hear from Hadakel Griffin? Do you want to hear from A Couch of Kyles? Do you want to hear from, well, we'll save Aaliyah Kapia to the end. And so we're literally just going to bring in a parade of stars. I'll let you react to them. You guys do what you do. All right, so here we go. National Religious Broadcasters Convention. I'll just start in no particular order, but I got a fun story to tell about Rebecca Friedlander. So she's up in this show first. Here we go. I'm really ready to do this interview because we are here at the NRB, and there are stars literally that are just coming up out of nowhere. And this young lady right here, oh, young Rebecca, she has been an integral part of Erskin music for years. You guys don't even know, but one of my first album releases in Nashville, this young lady opened up for me. She has since gone on to stardom in film, TV, books. She writes, she's planting all these ministries all over the globe. She currently resides in Texas. But I just wanted you to just share a little bit about your experience here at the NRB and just tell people what you do. I mean, I try to give you a little promo, but I can't even do it justice. She's the one.
I love to tell stories, as you know. So whether it's music, film, or sitting across from somebody with a cup of tea at my cabin, love to hear people's hearts and connect with the Father's heart. So I love NRB because there are so many awesome people that you just meet walking around. I didn't even know you were going to be here.
Didn't even know. We just walking up, boom. That it happens like that all the time. So, like, you have a ministry that's going on in Texas. Let people know about how they can connect with that. If you want them to connect with it, if you don't want them to connect with that, we'll edit that part out. But
yeah, absolutely, they can connect. We host a lot of creativity retreats at a cabin, log cabin in the woods, a beautiful space to connect with other creatives, to get really fueled and get some amazing intentional tools to help your creativity thrive. And so you can find out about those on my website, RebeccaFriedlander.com.
RebeccaFriedlander.com. I'll put these in the show notes. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rebecca. We love us in Rebecca. All right, that was Rebecca Friedlander, I was just perusing her website this morning, and she's written books. She's got music videos on there. She's directed films. She's done art of various kinds, graphic art of various kinds, painting. And so just super talented. Came across her early on. I think that was the Let's Ride album, my first Nashville album, which would have been my third album in order. I'm on 7 now, but my third album, first Nashville album, I did an album release at a place called Kimbro's in Franklin. Some of you guys know that it's kind of a late night spot where they host an open mic, and there's a lot of talent in there. And it's known as Kimbro's Pick-and Parlor because there's the talent that's on the stage is doing their thing. And then if you ever go into that establishment, if you're visiting Nashville and you go to Kimbro's, there's always a back room. The back room is filled with, like, sometimes superstar musicians will just come out and hang out, but they usually have a bluegrass nature. And so it's really cool because, the banjos will be going back there, and it's kind of got an Americana / Irish kind of pub rock groove going on back there. And so you can get in the jam session in the back, or you can go and play in the front. So anyway, I'd played there a lot in some of those early days, and just approached the venue and said, hey, you guys got space on a Saturday for me to come in and do my album release? And I selected a couple of people to open up for me, and Rebecca Friedlander was one of such stars that came and opened up for me. And so and I hope you guys are like this as well. Like, it doesn't matter like how far along you get in your career, or how high you go, or how far you go. It's always good to harken back to the days when you were even more unknown among the people that were out there, and then people helped you along the way. Don't forget people like that. And apparently I've forgotten some people. So I want to make amends for that. Jeff, if you're watching the show, you're coming on the show next week. We're going to make amends. I have not forgotten you. I just told the story of Moody Radio. Next week, I'm going to tell the story for the artists that are out there. I'm going to tell the story of all the different cool things that have happened to actually get another song on the radio called Do What You Got to Do. We'll have a lot of fun with that. We got another interview coming up here. Like I said, rapid fire works going on here today. And Dan Streety, yes. I don't know, Dan, if you know Rebecca Friedlander, but if you don't, man, she just does some fantastic work. All right, so there's a bunch of guys named Kyle. They're all famous. And so we were sitting on a couch, and here's what happened.
All right, we're here at the NRB, and I've got a whole host of people who are here, champions, people of merit, and I'll let them introduce themselves. They're incredible, the actors. I'll let them
I can't even talk.
Go, guys.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Kyle. I'm not Kyle. I'm related to that Kyle.
But he's a K.
But I'm Kenny. And I'm Rod. All K's but me. That's true.
Yeah, guys, talk a little bit about your experience here at the NRB and what it's been like for you guys. And anybody who wants to jump into that. It's going to go on the Erskin Music Show.
I'll go. So my name's Kyle Smithson. I'm an actor and producer. This is actually my first year actually coming to NRB. Which has been amazing. I've got 2 films that have been presented here. No Vacancy, which I was an actor in, that's going to come out to theaters on May the 9th. Kyle Saylors over here was director. Kenny Saylors over here was producer. And then I've got another one, Hope in Hohenwald, about the drug addiction problem in Hohenwald and also the rest of the country. So yeah, I've loved my experience here. I've met a lot of cool, awesome people, and can't wait to see how the year goes.
Well, I'm Kyle Justice, and I'm a television producer and a host, and we have a booth downstairs, and we've been meeting lots of people, and NRB is a great opportunity to kind of meet people that, man, you kind of hear about or you want to meet, and all of a sudden you meet them. So
They're just right there. They're right there at the NRB.
Yeah, there's some great opportunities, and we love it.
I'm Kyle Saylors. I just came here to see Erskin.
This guy. Y'all know better than that.
Directed a movie that, like he mentioned, No Vacancy, May not. Go take all your friends and see it. And so Sean Young and T.C. Stallings and Dean Cain, Superman. And so anyway, yeah, and we have a lot of fun. You know what's interesting about the NRB? I don't actually plan anything to go to the NRB. I go out in the hallways, and whoever I'm supposed to meet just comes up to me. And so, like, that's how I do it. I do it the opposite of most people. So, like, I just figure whoever I'm supposed to meet, and it always works out. Like, I meet the coolest people that way. So, including this guy.
Yeah.
He looks like a sportscaster. I don't know. Go ahead.
Do your thing.
Right on. I'm Rob Blair, and I worked actually on the movie we're talking about, No Vacancy, and also Hope Lives in Hohenwald. And we've been working with Terry Farr, who's the producer of the thing. We were walking around and just praying for divine appointments, and we got so many divine appointments that it just blew our minds. And just to get the films out there, the Hope Lives in Hohenwald film out there to 1 million people or more. That's our goal. But it's been wonderful here. Meeting so many people.
I'm Kenny, and
Take it away.
Kenny Saylors, and what Kyle has done and said, that's me. And I'm
Yeah,
the
brothers.
shorter, fatter version.
You're the ditto.
Yeah. I get the ditto.
So we're having an impromptu jam session here at the NRB.
We should get him to get his guitar out, and then we'll draw a bigger crowd.
That's right. See, I know he's not talking about me.
Do a little quick impromptu concert.
Okay, that was a couch of Kyle's, Kenny, Rob, and I think that was me also in the middle of all that. And man, those guys so undersold that. Those guys they're like legit TV and film producers. They're kind of like, you know. And so their information is scrolling in the bottom of the screen. Look up some of the stuff that they've done. Hey guys, film guys. Got the look, got the profile. I'm Erskin, Anavatarte, 6 feet tall, Advantage Talent. That's my agent. So if you guys need to get me for any film. All right, Erskin Music Show. The comment section is still turned on. Drop some comments in. We're going to hear a song really quickly, and then we're going to come back with 2 of the best interviews ever. Best interviews ever.
Got my attention to hear what you say. I've been listening closely, so I don't miss a word. No, I can't go back where I was before. I'm moving forward, chasing so much more. So much more. I started coming alive, setting the world on fire. Nothing can stop me now. My past won't hold me down. No more going in circles, blazing another path, and I'm not going back. No, no more going in circles. No more going in circles.
Still getting stronger, stronger every day. Emotions that held me don't hold me anymore. No, I can't go back where I was before. I'm moving forward, chasing so much more, so much more. I started coming alive, setting the world on fire.
Nothing can stop me now. My past won't hold me down. No more going in circles, blazing another path, and I'm not going back. No, no more going in circles. I'm not going in circles. No more going in circles. You give the strength to change. Can't put out this flame. No, you give the strength to change. Can't put out this flame. No.
Nothing can stop me now. Nothing can hold me down.
No more going in circles, blazing another path, and I'm not going back. No, no more going in circles, round and round and round, round and round and round, round and round and round, round and round and
All right, that was the song Circles. Thank you guys so much for all your encouragement on that issue there. And so it's great to see some Dan Streety is up in the show today. Man, Kim Richardson is up in the show today. Man, it's a parade of stars, like I said today. But let's zoom ahead because we're not wasting any time on the Erskin Music Show today. You're going to want to see this interview from Heidi Kell Griffin. Do you know Heidi Kell Griffin? All I want to say is I hope this does not come across as derogatory to anybody, but I wish I could make that like I'm Hispanic up in this thing. Oh, I just love her accent. I love her energy. I love her passion for Jesus. And she done put on the red dress for the NRB. Represent loud and proud. It's Heidi Kell Griffin.
Bam! We're here at the NRB, this conference that has brought Christian communicators from all over the world. And this is one of our most famous, obviously most beautiful people who are here at the NRB. This is Heidi Kell, and she's going to share with us a little bit about her ministry because maybe you guys don't know who she is. I don't know why you don't know, but you need to know.
Of course. Okay, my name is Hariko Griffin. I am the CEO of the ministry called Genari Media. And Genari Media actually born 15 years ago through the ministry called El Amor a la Vida in Germany. And my main job is to connect ministry around the world. As we connect ministry around the world, I have the privilege to have stuff with media. So we're doing a lot of stuff with radio. We connect people with televisions, and I love to share Jesus. That's the main point.
She loves to share Jesus.
Yes. You know, it's all about him.
She ain't scared.
Yeah, it's all about him, and I'm really excited that we are part of his own dream in this generation. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
So share with us just really briefly before we get off of here your experience with NRB this year. How has it been for you?
It's been amazing. You know, this is my 6th year, so possible 7th official. And
So almost every year that I've come, you've been.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And it's been really good.
We've grown up as little tadpoles together in the NRB,
yes.
the NRB pool.
Yes,
Now we're like real fish.
It's really, really impacting many lives here and many ministry. I have the opportunity to be with one of the best ministry here in Nashville and share them what is NRB. And then they're really excited for what God is doing here in NRB. So I am really, really happy that not only NRB is a point of blessing for the nation, but I am really happy that I can see my friends again every year and you know, share what God is doing around the world.
How can they get in contact with you and find out more about your ministry?
Okay, so you can go to Genade Media. It's G-N-A-D-E Media. G-N-A-D-E Media. Or you can find me as Hidekel Griffin. Hidekel Griffin. Or email me hidekelgriffin at gmail.com or hotmail.com or Genademedia at hotmail.com. And then I am really, really blessed to be here with amazing people in Nashville, Tennessee.
You don't even need a microphone. Your voice is just just
Hallelujah.
go get 'em. Talk to 'em about Jesus.
It's all about Jesus.
Come on. Could I get a sound bite? Could I get a sound bite? It's all about Jesus. I love, you know what? If you're ever having a down day, just go back to this interview or go back to that interview or just go find any of her media stuff. It's all about Jesus. Okay, finish the show. I'm reminded by my wife, the kids have an orthodontist appointment this morning, so the show can't go very long today. All right, let's wrap it up. NRB, yeah, this is our wrap up here. So you're going to see this interview. I'll give a quick announcement that we'll be out for today. Folks, we're finishing up the last day of NRB. I'm about to get up out of this thing, but we could not have an Erskin music show, oh, look at me shaking the camera, without acknowledging the wonderful work that Aaliyah Kapia has done at NRB. This is what number NRB for you?
2.
Now I've been number 2. So I've been going around telling everybody that Aaliyah is managing me, and that has worked brilliantly because pretty much she has. I mean, she's networking with all the people up there. She's passing out cards like they're candy to people, and they're like everybody now knows, if they didn't already know, who Erskin Music is because of Aaliyah. And so I wanted to honor her remarkable efforts this week and just let her talk a little bit about her experience. She's a natural networker, and the camera is all on you, lady. Go get them.
Hello. NRB has been amazing. There's been so many creatives and communicators here, all with the same mission of sharing the gospel in whatever route they're called, whether it's books or music or film or EDM or so many different things. And it's amazing to catch up with old friends and make so many new ones. And
I'm nodding for you.
Yes. And kind of rowing in the same direction and just learning how many amazing ministries are out there and amazing resources, which everybody should know about.
You got any specific stories that you want to tell to the people about something that maybe God showed you this year that you hadn't seen before, or something that stood out in your mind that made this particular NRB special?
Well, in comparison to last year, or not last year, 2 years ago, it felt more like it is a convention, it is a conference, but it felt more like an official, this is a business convention. Whereas there's
It's the end of COVID, baby. Oh.
But no, there's a joy here because it's the end of COVID. People are excited to be out and being with friends and networking, and there's just a whole new lease and new excitement in, I think, ministry overall, that is clearly shown in the many people that I've met here.
Yeah. So, man, so great that you guys are watching this today, and reach out if there's things that you were a part of NRB and you were here during this experience and you're watching this, you're like, hey, I want to add my story to what it is that you guys are talking about. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why I'm wearing shades, man, this conference has been so bright and so sunny. The future looks so bright after all the hard work this week that I had to put on some shades, harkening back to the 80s. But anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and man, all you guys' prayers and supports, that's what really makes this happen. You know, we don't just have these remarkable meetings with people that just happen as a result of just random circumstance, but there's people out there that are praying for us and just watching the team grow, and God is glorified in that. So thank you guys so much. God bless.
Thanks.
All right, there we go. Let's get out of here. My wife's gonna be like, hey, kid's got an appointment here today. Really quickly, announcement. Oh yeah, sorry. I wanted to make mention of the fact that I put it on the screen there. Kim, thank you again so much for all of your help and your support. And she was in the background. She'd already left and had to do some other things, but Kim Pennington was also helping out as well. Wonderful, beautiful, and just was amazed at how awesome the team worked together this last week at NRB. All right, really quickly, that was the information that we have up for the Writers Retreat, Create Writers Retreat. That's going to be on May the 13th through the 15th. Over $2,000 worth of value. You guys are going to get that conference for $500. And we are putting some of the last details together for that. So here's the sign up for that. I think we've got 9 slots available for that. It's kind of a boutique situation. Let me get over here. Covering up my face. Boutique situation. And so got a great location. Going to have meals, going to have training. And on the last day, you're going to have an opportunity to record. So if that is for you, check that out. The sign up is there. Once all the slots get filled, you're asking me how long the signups are going to. Once all the slots get filled, they may get filled this weekend because, I mean, that's a great opportunity. Once all the slots get filled, then we got to kind of shut the signups down and focus on the retreat. But that is coming up in May. Check your calendar. It's been the Erskin Music Show. We've had a lot of fun today. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week. I'll be doing a couple of broadcasts from Illinois, where I will be in Springfield, Illinois. And so you won't want to miss the stories of this weekend. I'm preaching in a revival as well as playing obviously Erskin music while I'm out there in the hinterlands. So if I can get a chance to see you guys in Illinois, that's great. If not, I will be headed up later on this month to New York. So Rochester, I think you guys have booked. New Jersey, we're waiting on a couple of things there. Philadelphia, and so we'll be on the East Coast, myself and Brennan Brooks, and I'll talk a little bit more about that next week. Erskin Music Show, we're out.